Shalom, shalom, all praise be to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakodash, divine apostles, a great millstone, that rule with honor and with diligence and honesty, brothers out there pushing this truth and loves the city to wake up the elect. Peace be to the elect and their families, those that call on the names of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai in a time of trouble, believing in faith, the hopeful elect, and may the Lord deliver you in these evil times that we're living in, and your families, and this is just a quick lesson that I was putting scriptures on up together earlier, man, because YouTube for a while we was going strong, man. For a while you could have a channel and you could talk about anything, and basically when nothing happened to your channel, you wouldn't get strikes, you wouldn't get your channel clipped for a long time, man. But now it's to the point where you say one wrong word, you get a strike. You can't put up videos for a week. You know, you have backup channels. You go to that channel, and then you got to jump back and forth through channels because Esau is really trying to stop this word from going forth. But it's not just Esau doing this thing. Esau is not only the reason why it's hard to find brothers' channels. Why you're on a channel and then 1 minute you're on it and 1 minute you're gone. One minute that channel is gone, then you don't. Then if you're not in the loop, if you're not committed to this truth, it's going to be really hard to find that channel where you were getting fed from. Because you know why? A lot of people are in this for entertainment's sake. A lot of people are in this just to have something to watch. It's not about committing themselves and coming under the discipline of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and coming back to the heritage. It's about having something to watch. And the Lord is fed up with that, man. The apostle Tahar called people out on it a while back, and we've all noticed it, that a lot of these people are not sincere. A lot of these people that watch us are not sincere. And if you're watching us and you're not sincere, you're watching so you can receive your judgment. You're watching because the Lord is going to destroy you, man. Not everybody that watch us is a man of the Lord. Not everybody watch us is a part of the elect. But some of you are watching us because you're gonna be without excuse when the Lord come back and ask you why didn't you do what I asked you to do. You're gonna be without excuse. So I'm a grab some scriptures real quick, man. Because man, the Lord is making it harder and harder for people to find us, man, because because people are not serious. It's not hard for us that's in the truth to find when the elder's page get knocked down or when the elder can't upload on the page anymore because of strikes. Me, I got like 5 different pages. I got 4 different pages in circulation that I upload on because pages get suspended. Pages get clipped. You got to have backup channels. I have an Odyssey page. But the page that my Odyssey channel is hooked up to. We have Odyssey channel that's hooked up to a YouTube page. You got to have like 300 members at least. So the page that my Odyssey is hooked up, I gotta kind of be very careful on there, man. So that those videos can go up on Odyssey too, because that page was recently suspended. When page gets suspended, I jump to another page. So if you go to my channel, it look like it's gonna look. You go to any of my channels, it's gonna look like, oh, this brother ain't been doing nothing. but I'm more than likely on another page doing the work, you know. And it's like that because the Lord is shaking up this comfort zone that people are in. This comfort zone that people are in, where they feel like they can just go watch a video and chill out, and then you don't have to commit yourself to this work, man. Or you don't have to change your lifestyle to what the Lord is asking you to be, man. You're just watching this for purely for the reason of knowing about the Israelites. You don't want to say, oh, I'm an Israelite, let me get right with the Lord, let me do what I got to do to please the Lord, please the Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. But it's about knowing information to you. And the Lord is clipping a lot of these channels and having brothers put up new channels, because that when the Lord clips these channels, a lot of you get clipped with the channel. A lot of you that's watching for entertainment's sake and you're not in the loop and you don't know who to contact about where this brother teaching at now, because you're a fucking spectator. And you're watching to receive to get your judgment, man. You're not watching. You're not adding to this ministry. You're not changing. So what are you watching for? You're watching because when the Lord come back to judge the world, you're gonna be without excuse when the Lord destroy your ass, man. Hey, this is Ezekiel 33, and I'm gonna start at verse 30. It says, "Also, thou son of man, the children of thy people are still talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, everyone to his brother, saying, Come, I pray you, hear what is the word that cometh forth from the Lord. And they come unto thee as thy people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they show much love." I was watching the brothers out there in the Boston camp, and the guy was talking back and forth. Yeah, some of these groups are crazy. They don't know what they're doing, but I'm looking at you brothers, and this is beautiful what you brothers are doing. And the brother got fed up with the back and forth shit and said, hey, man, the Lord gonna destroy you. Hey, the Lord gonna destroy you. And I believe it's after the second time he said that, lightning cracked the sky, man, and scared the shit out of everybody. Because a lot of you people, you're just not serious. You're not in the spirit of getting right with the Lord. You're just a bunch of fucking spectators. You know? And the scriptures speak about, hey, when you're no longer ignorant of this word, man, you're no longer ignorant of sin, you're held accountable for the sin. Hey, when you sin out of ignorance, the Lord winks at it. But when a brother tells you, hey, you're not supposed to be eating pork, that's against the scriptures, and it brings out the scriptures, you immediately become accountable for that sin. When a brother tell you you're not supposed to be getting their head lined up in a barber shop, you're not supposed to mar your head or your beard, and you just watching to be a spectator, you immediately become accountable for that. You become accountable for that, okay? And you're going to be held accountable because you didn't come into this with the fear of the Lord, man. You came into this with the intent of having some entertainment. You know? It says, and they come unto thee as thy people cometh and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness. Yeah, hey, y'all the Israelites. Y'all the Israelites. You know? And you know how many people come past the camp? We just was out there speaking this weekend. People came, hey, the Israelites, hey. You know? And did they come up and listen? Did they come up and ask questions? No. Because they're people, they're spectators. They're people that look for the sake of entertainment. They're not looking for the saving of their souls through discipline and coming up under the yoke of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and changing. But they're looking at this as a form of entertainment, with that social media spirit. that fucking world star hip hop spirit, man. You know, it says, and lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song, of one that hath a pleasant voice and can play well on the instrument. Hey, this instrumental in the back is one of my favorite guitarists. His name is Derek Hodge. You know, he plays well on the instrument. You know, a lot of people, you know, come to us and be like, wow, these men go back and forth through the scriptures and it's beautiful. It's beautiful that they know the scriptural knowledge, but it's not enough for you to say, I want that. And I'm going to commit myself to getting that and getting right with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. It's just enough for you to notice that we read the scriptures. And you can't drag your way in off of what we know. Oh, I listen to them, so therefore I am them. Yeah, you're an Israelite, but you're a wicked Israelite because you're the same people that refuse to commit yourselves to this truth. You know, so you're gonna receive the same reward as the wicked, man. It says, and lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song, one that hath a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument. For they hear thy words, but they do not. I mean, they do them not. Hey, you hear these words of the Lord, man. You hear the brothers going from precept to precept. You hear the brothers telling you what's wrong and what's right. You hear the brothers telling you how to get back to the Lord, man. But you don't commit yourself to the acting, not the acting, but you don't commit your soul to the discipline of being an Israelite, man. You know? So what's gonna happen when judgment comes, man? You're gonna receive that reward of destruction, the same fate as Esau. The same fate as the wicked, the same fate as people that didn't even know they was Israelites. The same fate as the worst killer in jail. You're gonna receive that same punishment. Why? Because you didn't commit yourself. You didn't commit yourself to you know, and you didn't receive what the Spirit was saying to the church, man. You looked at it as for face value. You know? There's one that played well on the instrument. Oh man, that sounds good. But that's as far as you got. You know? So people like that is gonna reap the same destruction as everybody else, man. The Lord ain't playing out here, man. So Jeremiah 6:16. Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see and ask for the old paths. You're not asking for the old paths. Where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest. You're not asking what can I do to get right with the Lord? How can I walk right with the Lord? See, you don't want to do that, but what you want to do is you want to sit there and watch and be an astonished at how we go back and forth through the scriptures. But that's not enough to compel you to want to change your life. You're not listening to the you're not receiving the message that we're giving you. You know, yeah, you're hearing the words of the Lord and you're hearing them taught well, and you're amazed that they're being taught so well, but you don't want to commit yourself. It's just some form of, is just some social media scroll demon. Some scroll demon. Well, I just found myself on this for now. Now, after I watch this, I'm gonna watch twerk videos. After I watch this, I'm gonna watch videos on how to bake the catfish that I got in the freezer. You know, the scriptures speak about the man that looks in the looking glass, and when he leaves, he straightway forget what manner of man he is, because he hasn't committed himself. You'll sit up in front of us at the camp and you'll say you agree and say, yeah, we are. I believe we are the Israelites. But when you walk away from the camp, that was it. You forget that you was an Israelite. You forget that it's what comes with being an Israelite. You forget what we was talking about. You walk straightway and forget what manner of man you are, what manner of person you are, and you go back to the same filthy, wicked world to wait on your destruction. It says, thus said the Lord, stand ye in the way, ye in the ways, and see and ask for the old paths. Where is the good way? And walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein. And also I set a watchman over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet. But they said, we will not hearken. You're not walking. You don't want to walk therein. You don't want to hearken to what the Spirit is saying to the church, but you want to sit there and be a spectator and say, oh, it sounds good. It sounds, oh my God, them men, they know the scriptures. You want to bring that whole church spirit. Pastor so preach. What did pastor say? I don't know, but he preached. It sound good. I don't know what he said, but he sure did preach. Hallelujah. Well, it's going to take more than that. We don't play that. If you come around us with that spirit and we catch on to it, we're going to remove your ass away from us. We'll only deal with you for so long before we be like, no, this nigga ain't serious. I'm not going to waste my time. And we'll remove you away from us. This is Luke 6:49. But he that heareth and doeth not is like a man that without a foundation built an house upon the earth, against which the stream did beat vehemently, and immediately it fell, and the ruin of that house was great. Why? Because the house didn't have no foundation. It's like a bush with no roots. When a strong wind come, it's gonna blow down the fucking street. You're not standing on anything. The ground under you is not firm. You're not rooted. So what happened? You're like the waves of the sea, driven and tossed, man. Because you haven't taken root. And you can sit up there and say, yeah, I'm an Israelite, but a white scholar can come and confound you because you haven't committed yourself to this work, man. Vocab Malone will come and confound you, man, because you haven't committed yourself to this work, man. Vocab Malone can't come amongst us and confound us because we've committed ourselves. We have enough scriptural knowledge to fight him with. But the average man that's out there talking about Shalom, brothers, ain't committed to shit. But being a couch Israelite, man, ain't wrote down one scripture, ain't tried to group no scriptures together and do a sit down lesson. You just a couch Israelite nigga, man. And the Lord is going to destroy a lot of people, man. Because while this truth is coming out, while this is the time to get it, man. While these brothers are out here teaching and these camp video, these camp and sit down lesson videos are going out, and it's so much edification coming out. So much. It's too much for me to keep up with. And sometimes I get mad because I'm like, I used to could watch more videos. It was a time where I used to could watch all the apostles' videos every week. But now these men are doing so many videos. It's hard because there's so many other brothers doing videos that I watch too. And you know, the scriptures say eat not too much honey. And then if you watch too many videos, you can't meditate. You don't have the time to meditate, so you're not taking in what brothers are saying. So it's kind of hard, man. You want to watch everybody. I want to watch everybody, you know, but I can't. I want to watch all the apostles videos and elders videos, but I can't. It's too many of them. And then between that and trying to study and do my own videos, and you got other things you got to do, you know, it's hard, man. You know, and that's another lesson I'm gonna do on balance, man. You know, it's hard to balance things out sometimes, man. But it's not impossible to do this work, man. And it's not hard to do this work, man. Because if the Lord commanded us to do it, He's making a way for us to do it, man. But we just gotta commit ourselves. You know? Because we're not gonna always have time to do this work. And when the time to do this work is cut off, then a lot of you people out there that's saying shalom and Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, it's a lot of y'all gonna be cut off. A lot of you watch these camp videos, and you watch these brothers' pages, and when the brother page get clipped, you don't know where he at. You don't know if the video's just gone, and now you just out there. And now what do? Like a man that looked in the mirror and walked away and forgot straightway what kind of man he is. You go right back into doing the bullshit you was doing before you was watching that video, because you wasn't serious about the truth. You wasn't rooted. You know? So when the time come where it ain't no videos, when the time come where it ain't no videos, where it ain't no brothers teaching, because the Lord done pulled all the prophets off the street, then you're gonna be caught out there. So like, this is John 9:4. I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work. Okay, it's gonna come a day where we're not gonna be able to do videos. It's gonna come a day where if you're not built up, the time that's gonna come after, you're not gonna have the fortitude to make it in the times to come. You're just gonna be stuck out there. And if your faith ain't built up, if you haven't witnessed some of the things that we've been teaching, or some of the things that you've heard, if you haven't endured some of the things that you've heard, if you haven't committed yourself and grown roots in this truth for yourself, then you're gonna blow away like a tumbleweed, like like that house that the wind blew vehemently. Hey, they got when I went to Jamaica, they got these little huts, and I'd be like, man, what happened to these huts when hurricane wind comes? Do you know that every time a strong storm come to some of those places, everybody's houses get blown down and they have to rebuild them every time after a storm? Why? Because that house ain't got no foundation. When they shut this internet off, a lot of your houses are gonna be blown away. Hey, now you're getting a small taste of it, because you could be watching a page for 2, 4, 6, and 8 months. You know, watching a brother and just sitting there, and you just watching. Yeah, I just like the way this brother talking. You know, you ain't taking no notes. You ain't learned shit. You just listen to the sound of his voice, quoting scriptures. And you ain't took upon no form of righteousness. And you just, yeah, I like the way he talk. He sound so good. But when them brothers out there up there in Boston asked that dude, what do you believe? What do you believe? Oh, he said, oh, this is beautiful. All you brothers are together, and this and that. He said, and then the brother asked him, it was the spirit, man. The brother asked him, well brother, what do you believe? And he, then the brother said, well, the Lord's gonna destroy you. And I believe after the second or third time he told him the Lord was gonna destroy him, a loud lightning cracked the sky. Because that was a warning from the Lord. The Lord is not going to keep, man, the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man. The Lord is not going to keep warning you. Eventually a judgment is going to come. Eventually a judgment going to come. And eventually you might be one of these people walking out the grocery store and get your head blown off by a caulk white male. You know? You know? Because you didn't take root, man. You didn't take this truth seriously, man. It was a burden unto you. The truth was too grievous for you to bear, for you to take on. So what you do is you make light of the truth. Let me put the truth. Let me just deal with this in depth right now while this man is speaking. But let this float away when he get done. Because it's a burden into you to commit your soul to righteousness. To commit your soul to hear what the prophets are saying to the church, and to become a doer is a burden into a lot of you people, man. A lot of you people, you don't want to commit yourselves. It's a grievous thing for you to bear the truth, man, because the truth requires change, and you're not ready to take on that form of commitment. So what you do is you sit back and you play with the truth, like a ball being tossed back and forth. You play with the truth, you know. But what you don't know is inside that ball is a bomb, an explosive device. And at any minute that bomb is gonna go off and you're gonna get caught in danger. You're gonna be out there injured and hurt and messed up, man. And unto death. This is Jeremiah 23:33. And when this people or the prophet or a priest shall ask thee, saying, what is the burden of the Lord? Thou shalt then say unto them, what burden? I will even forsake you, saith the Lord. Because, this is a burden to you. To a lot of you people take this truth as a burden. So the Lord is going to forsake you in the evil day, man. Right now you're seeing all this, everything is cute. You got fringes on because it's cute. You say shalom because to you it's cute, it's new, and it's cute, and it's fashionable for you to say shalom and Yahweh Shem Yom Shai, and to make yourself appear as some higher form of entity than you are, man. And you just a couch Israelite nigga, man. They don't want to do nothing beyond that. Don't want to learn nothing but how to say shalom and Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barakatah, and quote a few scriptures that you learned in church. Oh my goodness. It says, and when this people or prophet or priest shall ask thee, saying, what is the burden of the Lord? Thou shalt then say unto them, what burden? I will even forsake you, saith the Lord. As for the prophet and the priest and the people that shall say, the burden of the Lord, I will even punish that man and his house. You don't even have to say it. You can treat this truth like a burden. I don't want to come under that. It's too much for me. And the Lord is going to forsake your ass, man. It says the burden of the Lord, I will even punish that man and his house. The Lord going to kill you and your children. If you think this is too much grievous for you to bear and too much of a burden for you to take on, then the Lord going to kill you and your family, man. Verse 35, thus shall ye say, everyone to his neighbor and everyone to his brother, which the Lord answered, and what hath the Lord spoken? And the burden of the Lord shall ye mention no more, for every man's word shall be his burden. For ye have perverted the words of the living power of the Lord of hosts, our power. Thus shalt thou say to the prophet, what hath the Lord answered thee, and what hath the Lord spoken? But since ye say the burden of the Lord, therefore thus saith the Lord, because ye say this word, the burden of the Lord, and I have sent unto you, saying, ye shall not say the burden of the Lord. Therefore, behold, I will utterly forget you, and I will forsake you, and the city that I gave you and your fathers, and cast you out of my presence. And that happened to our people, man. The Lord cast us out of the land of Israel, man. But it's going to happen again, man. The Lord going to cast you out of his sight, man, because you take this truth as a burden, man. And I will bring an everlasting reproach upon you, and a perpetual shame which shall not be forgotten. Yeah, man. In this time, the Lord gonna bring you to everlasting shame and contempt in the kingdom of heaven, man. You're gonna be ashamed that you thought of this truth as a burden, man. Because a lot of you won't say that. You won't openly say, oh, it's a burden. But you treat it like it's a burden. Because you won't come under the yoke of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man, and contend for the faith. But you rather sit there on the sideline and say, yeah. And, we understand not everybody's a prophet, but those men that are not prophesying and are not prophets, I bet you they know some scriptures. I bet you they know to keep the Passover. I bet you they know to keep the Sabbath. They not just no pushovers. Hey, those men that are of the truth, that are not prophets, when a page goes down, they go and find a new page. The Spirit leads them to that new page that the elders put up, man. But you people that's not serious, when a page goes down, oh well, I guess that's it. You go back to the search bar. Type in Israelites, and any Israelite group that come up, IUIC, UPK, any of these groups that come up, man, he'll go watch. You'll go watch them. And there's all kind of doctrines. You just a cesspool of doctrines, man. Because you're not rooted and built up to see, oh, wait, what did he say? No, this is not the truth. He said what? He said the word of Hebrews is not the scriptures. That's not the truth. But you go and commit yourself to any group, and the Lord allow you to do it because the Lord know you were full of shit. Because it's too much of a burden for you to take that yoke upon you and learn of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua for yourself, to the point where you can say, no, you can withstand Satan and his devices and say, no, this ain't right. Something ain't right. Because if you really immersed in this truth, man, a spirit will hit you and tell you something ain't fucking right. Hey, when we first got in the truth, we was going to a church called Israel of Jesus. And when we went in there, we saw an Edomite in there. We was like, no, this ain't fucking right. There's a fucking cracker in here. And we left. If we wasn't rooted and immersed in the scriptures, we would have accepted that. But we left because we knew that it wasn't right. Because our teachers taught us, and we went through the scriptures and searched the scriptures, and we was like, yeah, we agree. Because we went beyond just being parakeets. You know. So, hey, to you that are entertained, man, you know, a lot of these channels go down because the Lord is invading your ass. Because the Lord is putting you out there by yourself. You know? You know? Because a lot of you are not serious, man. And soon, this is a prelude. All these channels being clipped is a prelude to what's about to really happen. Soon, like I read in John 9:4, I must work the work of him that sent me while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work, and the night cometh when none of you can eat. And if you don't have stored provision for the time to come, man, spiritually, then your ass is grass. You finished, man. You through. If you haven't been taking this truth seriously up until that point, well, you're going to receive those plagues. You know? And that's pretty much it, man. With that, I'm going to give all praise to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Makakodash. Double honors to the apostles, honors to you brothers out there pushing his word, man. Shalom.